This is recording 867867. The name of this podcast is Listen Next 867. You can find me at speakingtothecia.com. The name of my podcast is Speaking to the CIA. Okay, so I'm going to report more crimes that Gene Roberts and her Manson occult committed this week. So there's more there. I'm sorry, she's controlling my speech. This is ridiculous. Like, I'm trying to make reports against her, and I'm having to contend with her and her occult controlling my speech, and they're the ones committing the crime. Like, I have to, go beyond her trying to control my speech and turn her in for committing all these crimes. It's ridiculous. It's totally ridiculous. And the regular, everyday American who doesn't believe that AI is real or doesn't understand how powerful it is probably like, this is unreal. It is unreal, but this is really happening. Gene Roberts and her Manson occult / KKK are the ones behind committing these crimes. So, anyway, so the first one is United States, 9 people shot in Denver, at least 1 dead. So what she's using here is she's making references to my third husband, Ben. She's making references to the Marines again. And then she's making references to the American Indian movement. And in my brain, when I was decoding this, she was on and she was pretending to be the American Indian movement. And she goes, we did this. But she didn't say those exact words, but she was like, yeah, or something like that. And then someone came on and said, no, you're not the American Indian movement. And no, they did not commit this crime. And then she kind of got like throwing a fit. Okay. So anyway, so it was at East Hampton Avenue and South Dayton Street, Denver, Colorado. So she's using the 9, okay, in the amount of people that she shot using artificial intelligence. Okay, she's using the 9. So that's an I. So that's RE. Okay. So the Hampden turns into Roehampton. Roehamton. Or it might be Hampton. So she's using the ton, the TON. And then Roehampton, that's a street that he used to live on, way long time ago. So she's probably making and then she's making a reference to Roe versus Wade is what she's doing. And then the T and the D combined, so she's using the death anagram, and then also is on 720. So she's making a reference to 9/11. She's trying to kind of make this look like it's all different people, including Iran, and it's not Iran, it's Gene Roberts and her Manson occult. She's also using Crest toothpaste, and then you want to look at the manufacturer of Crest toothpaste, and then you see what she did there. And then also, she's making a reference to Falcon Crest. Okay, so with Falcon Crest, which is an old TV show that was on in the 70s or 80s, she's making a reference to Falco, Rock Me Amadeus is what she's using there. And then she's also making a reference to here in Oklahoma, west of Weatherford, Oklahoma, Eden Avenue is what she's doing. And also in this is Conver, the letters CONVER, okay? And then I have a friend, old friend from high school, who has a last name almost similar to this. So again, she's stalking my family and my friends as a theme in committing all these crimes. So what she's using, and then Conver, and then that goes into converse, conversate, silent war. So Conver, she's using with convoy. Okay, and so what she's using there is Wojtek Frykowski. You know how I say his name, how I decoded his name. Okay, one of the Charles Manson victims. So the convoy she's using, and I saw Google in here a minute ago with the Elroy from the Jetsons, so his hat. the Google has, so Google's icon right now has a bunch of zeros in it. So they themed in, not Google, Gene Roberts and her Manson occult themed in Convoy in this. So Gene Roberts committed this crime. So police ID 21-year-old suspect accused of shooting 9 people in Tucson. So again, still obviously on the 9 theme, and then you have 69, so it was on 6th Avenue. Okay, so what they're doing, and then also using Mr. French, I can't remember the name of Family Affair, and then the 6th Avenue and Congress Street. Okay, so she's using the initials, and she's doing face again. So you have to see all code, face the music, face the nation. You have to see all that cipher to see more how that breaks down. So that's what she's using there. Also, Electric Avenue is in there. And then Pima County, the attorney's name happens to be Laura Conover, which again links to this crime up here. But I don't ever refer to people's names like the sheriff. I hardly ever refer to like the sheriff's names or the attorney names or any of that. It's like extraneous information. Just like I never refer to the amount of people wounded or lives taken, because we're trying to report that she's committing these crimes, and I don't want to decode the numbers that she used in pre-planning to take lives. Okay, so anyway, so what she's doing here is she's being sarcastic and she's being funny, because in my last podcast I said I can tell that before her, it was after when she took over, when she created Charles Manson, okay, when she took over from her predecessors, from her dad, and then going backward, okay, remember I told you all her ciphers are like adjective, like they're extraneous, they're superfluous, and I can tell it's a female that did it. Okay, so she's being sarcastic here, and she's committing crimes with that theme now. Also, okay, next one, New Zealand, Auckland. Trains back running after early morning fire sparks major disruption. So she's making a reference to the Auckland that's underneath the valley here in, well, I'm not in Phoenix, I'm in Oklahoma, but here in the United States, in Arizona, underneath the valley. Okay, so what she's using there is chutes and ladders. You have to see all code with the chutes and the ladders and all of that goes to Auckland. So she's using like the game chutes and ladders, but it goes to real chutes and real ladders, okay? And just see all code on that. And so then she's also using snakes, and adder is a snake, so she's using that. So even in 9/11, using the ladders, it leaked, and then ladder, and then later. So her pre-planning to do 9/11, okay, and using the ladders in the fire trucks, okay, so that's snake terrorism in the future. One crime always leaks to the next. So she's using snakes there. She's also using Summers, Sumers. Okay, remember how her wine bottle says, I love me some drum major on it? And she may be referring to Summerlin, Nevada. I don't know, but she could be. Okay, so the next one, 9 people were shot overnight outside in an event center in Minneapolis following an altercation. According to police, 2 of the victims suffered potentially life-threatening injuries. The shooting happened at about 12 a.m. Sunday outside the Rain Event Center on Hennepin Avenue. So you can see how Hennepin combines with Hampton Avenue, so you can see instantly the crimes are linked. And it seems like I've decoded crimes that she's committed in this area before, and it seems like she's using the same pattern. But again, the Hennepin and the Rain, and then the 1227. So Gene Roberts committed this crime too with her Manson occult / KKK. The next one is Mexico, 10 bodies were found in Zacatecas, Zacatecas, Mexico, including 5 hanging from bridge. Okay, so what she's using here is she's making a reference to Fareed Zakaria. I don't know how to say his name. He's on CNN. He's a journalist. Fareed Zakaria. Okay, so she's making a combined reference to Christine Amanpour. Okay, so I don't know if she's added more people into this group, this terrorist group, this terror cell of Jean Roberts, and she's like wanting to up it because she thinks she's cute, so now she's doing Fareed Zakaria. So she's expanding it out. I don't know what she's doing here, but Jean Roberts committed this crime also. Jean Roberts and her Manson occult / KKK. So then the other thing I wanted to go over, I'll make a different recording. I still got more to do, but I'll make a different recording. So that's going to be the end of this recording.